Right now here at 11, we are following breaking news out of Middle Tennessee. 2 escaped inmates from Georgia accused of killing corrections officers now back in custody. We have details of their arrest.
And neighbors reacting after 3 people are found shot dead in their home. We're learning more about who these people were. Plus,
and one day after the House Majority Whip is shot, the congressional baseball game goes on. We are taking a look at the bipartisanship on the field right now here at 11.
WATE 6 on your side. News at 11 starts now.
Good evening, everyone. We begin right now with breaking news out of Middle Tennessee. 2 inmates at the center of a nationwide search captured after a pursuit in Rutherford County.
Donnie Rowe and Ricky DuBose were wanted for reportedly killing 2 Georgia State prison guards on a bus before fleeing in a stolen car earlier this week. The TBI just wrapping up their press conference moments ago.
Reporter Adam Snyder from our sister station WKRN walks us through exactly what happened.
A nationwide manhunt ends on a quiet rural road in Tennessee. It actually ended right behind that home there in the distance. But this whole situation today actually started over in Shelbyville, Tennessee, with reports of a stolen vehicle. Rutherford County deputies later spotted that vehicle and tried for a traffic stop, and a chase ensued. That chase reached speeds of 100 miles per hour, and we're told the suspects actually fired weapons through the back window, striking 2 deputies' cars, but no law enforcement were injured during the chase. Now, that stolen vehicle would ultimately crash, and DuBose and Rowe then took off on foot, running through the tree line into this neighborhood off of Pruitt Road, and the homeowner there spotted them and called authorities. Both suspects were taken into custody outside of that home. From here, they will be spending their night in the Rutherford County Jail. Reporting in Rutherford County, I'm Adam Snyder.
All right, and we had learned earlier this week that Rowe did have family here in Middle Tennessee. A lot of people on high alert. Several agencies were involved in the men's arrest, as many as 3 dozen officers actually responding there to that scene.
Oh, well, you saw all the law enforcement that was out there. Before their arrest tonight, though, police are saying that stolen truck out of Georgia was found abandoned in Moore County, Tennessee. Now, right now, if you haven't already, make sure and download our 6 on Your Side news app. It is the best way to stay on top of breaking news stories just like this one here. Well, Oak Ridge police are trying to figure out the backstory as to why 3 people were found dead in a home, all apparently dying from a single gunshot wound.
The discovery happening this morning on Oak Lane is something we first told you about in a push alert around 3 o'clock this afternoon. Well, we now know the names of the 3 victims. Police saying it was Michael and Tessa Dushell and Chelsea Kessel who died.
WATE 6 on Your Side reporter Kelly Rinke was at the scene all afternoon today, learning more about who these people were and what neighbors have to say about it.
It's crazy.
Neighbors like Gary Vickery are in disbelief, walking outside to see their neighborhood full of police.
Shocked that something like this close to where you live has happened.
3 people were found dead in this home, all with a single gunshot wound. Oak Ridge police finding the bodies while doing a welfare check after a sister called about a loved one.
We had officers peer through the window and see or observe what they believe to be an obviously deceased person.
Chief James Akagi with Oak Ridge Police says 1 man and 2 women were found, later identified as Michael Dushell, Tessa Dushell, and Chelsea Kessel.
Both females suffered gunshot wounds first, and then the male, we believe, committed suicide.
Police believe Michael and Tessa were in a relationship. One neighbor confirming with me they were husband and wife. Chief Akagi says the 2 females are mother and daughter.
Never seen anything like this. You don't know what goes on in people's lives and what challenges they face.
This seems to be a very tight-knit neighborhood. Less than 10 homes live here on Oak Lane, and when neighbors heard about the news, they all gathered at the end of this street, too shaken up to go on camera, but they all say this was completely unexpected.
Try and come up with a timeline and an explanation of what occurred.
One neighbor on this street tells us the daughter had special needs and needed 24-hour care.
You never see this here in general.
Oak Ridge Police says this is an isolated incident, so they don't believe there are any more suspects or victims.
That's the relieving thing.
And WATE 6 on Your Side, Kelly Rinke joining us now live in the newsroom. Kelly, you saw another sister come to the house after investigators left. Did she have anything to say to you?
Ryan, her boyfriend actually came up to me and he tells me the two women are her mother and sister. The boyfriend also says she stopped by the house before this morning to check on the family, and according to him, she thought they were all sleeping, and shortly after that visit, she found out they were all dead. Kristen, back to you.
All right, Kelly, thank you so much. Now, Oak Ridge police are asking anyone with any information to give them a call. They're performing autopsies now and conducting more interviews, and we'll keep you up to date on this investigation. Well, tonight, everyone, Knoxville police asking for your help to find a missing woman. Take a good look. This is Nashkeisha Scott. She was last seen on May 28th walking toward her husband's home on Brookside Avenue. Knoxville police tell us they had been married for about 10 months, but separated for 6 of them. Her family desperately trying to find her.
She's gone. I just want anybody who knows anything to come forward, you know, help bring my baby home.
Here is another look at Nashkeisha Scott, everyone. She was seen wearing a white t-shirt and blue jeans, similar to what you see there on your screen. If you have any information about her whereabouts, call 911. All right, everyone, some parts of East Tennessee seeing some showers throughout today, but it seems to be kind of clearing up out there.
Absolutely. Chief Meteorologist Matt Hinkins standing by in the Storm Center right now. Matt, what can we expect for tomorrow?
Let's go back to today. Let's go back to Wednesday. Let's go back to Tuesday. But you know what? Tomorrow's rain coverage won't be as widespread as we've seen the last couple of days. Some didn't get rain today. Others got soaker. And those in southeast Kentucky already starting to see some fog, dense fog develop there. So dense fog advisory in effect for southeast Kentucky. We'll see some spots of fog here in the valley as well, but not to the extent that we'll in southeast Kentucky. Clearing skies help fog to form. That's cloud on the ground. So these clouds will move out and we'll see more develop on the ground. So we'll have some fog in the morning. 73 right now. It's down to 64 in Crossville, 70 in Middlesboro, 72 Sevierville, 69 Farragut, and 69 in Athens at this hour. And so first thing in the morning, plan on mid to upper 60s, and we'll warm it up to 79, almost 80 degrees by noontime. We'll check out our rain chances for Friday afternoon and the weekend coming up.
All right, Matt, thank you so very much. Well, thousands of people packing into Nationals Park tonight to watch the Republicans take on the Democrats in the 56th annual Congressional Baseball Charity Game.
You know, but this year the atmosphere, of course, was very different. Capitol Police increased security after a gunman opened fire on the GOP team practicing just yesterday. Anna Wernicke was also at tonight's game, hearing from those who were there as well.
Republicans and Democrats, both on and off the field, pushed party politics aside on Thursday to come together in solidarity.
I think as much as anything today is an act of solidarity of Republicans and Democrats coming together to say what happened yesterday is not going to cancel this game.
60 members of Congress were on the roster, but only 59 took the field. Representative Steve Scalise was noticeably absent from the Republican bench as he recovers at a hospital just a few miles away.
Steve Scalise plays second base, I play shortstop.
Congressman Ryan Costello from Pennsylvania was first at bat Thursday night for the Republicans. He says the last time his team took the field together was Wednesday at practice, when a gunman opened fire and shot 4 people.
I think it's a good time for us all to realize that those who serve an elective office are trying their hardest, and they're in it for the right reasons, and we're human beings too. And this was a very, very scary experience.
Game organizers say ticket sales skyrocketed on Wednesday, with people wanting to show their support. They are on track to raise $1 million this year, nearly twice as much as last year. The proceeds will be donated to several charities, including the Capitol Police Memorial Fund, in honor of the 2 Capitol Police officers who were shot on Wednesday, including David Bailey, who was out of the hospital and ready to throw the first pitch. In Washington, I'm Anna Wernicke.
Now, as a show of bipartisanship, House Speaker Paul Ryan and Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi coming together before the game, saying they are all united.
We have a responsibility to try to find common ground. If we can't, we stand our ground. But we have a professional attitude toward our colleagues, and that is to respect them.
At last check, by the way, Congressman Scalise remains in critical condition, but according to MedStar Washington, he has improved, but he will also require additional operations. We'll keep you updated on his condition.
A manhunt underway in Memphis right now for the gunman who killed a 2-year-old girl in an apparent road rage incident. Police looking for the 4 men who were inside a black Impala there. Everybody, as you can imagine, on the lookout for this car and a red Mustang. Both were allegedly driving recklessly together before the men in the Impala allegedly shot and killed 2-year-old Layla Washington.
I beg you, if you do know something, to come forward to ease my sister's heart and, of course, to ease our one.
Police say they've interviewed persons of interest, but nobody at this point has been charged for Layla's death. A reward of up to $1,000 is being offered for information leading to an arrest.
Well, some Knox County students putting their natural problem-solving skills to work this summer.
That's right. Today, Vine middle schoolers testing and showing off the time warp machines, the bridges, and the boats that they designed and built. STEMology Camp is one of many camps offered through the Great Schools Partnership this summer. It's a way to keep students learning throughout the summer.
We really want students to have that opportunity to maintain and even gain additional knowledge during the summertime that oftentimes is lost when students don't have engaging opportunities to learn during the summer. So being a community school and having partners like the STEM Scouts really provides all of us with a wonderful opportunity to continue that summer learning.
The Great Schools Partnership is celebrating its 12th anniversary in Knox County.
They do so much good in our community.
They do, and those kids are very bright.
Yes, they are.
Well, coming up, some hotels and motels in Nashville causing some problems in the city there.
That's right. We're hearing from city leaders who want to make some changes, and we're going to explain exactly what they are coming up after the break.
All right, we had some showers across the area. That means the grass continues to grow. The lawn mowing forecast, use caution the next 3 days, not so much because we're going to see rain consistently, but there'll be some dry periods, so you should be able to get the lawn mowed in between the showers and scattered storms. A little bit of a change in the 7-day forecast as well coming up.
The USA Cycling Pro Road and Time Trial National Championships coming to Knoxville. Why some say pro cyclists are considered moving to East Tennessee. That's coming up in sports.
And more images coming from that fiery blaze crashing right there at the U.S. Open. What we're learning coming up next.
Stay with us. You're watching WATE 6 on your side news at 11. Well, more shocking images are coming out tonight of a fiery blimp crash here. Look at that at the U.S. Open golf tournament in Wisconsin.
Yeah, spectators watching it fall to the ground, turning into that fireball you see right there. ABC's Marcy Gonzalez is taking a closer look at exactly what happened.
That's the blimp. That's not good.
The blimp plummeting from the sky.
Holy crap.
Over the opening round of the U.S. Open golf tournament in Wisconsin.
I was teeing off and I looked up and I saw it on fire.
Hitting the ground in an open field and bursting into flames.
There was like 3 fireballs and you could hear the explosion. And then when you see it going down, it's just like, holy cow, it's like, I can't believe this is kind of happening.
The only person on board, the pilot, rescued within moments shortly before this explosion.
The patient is out, however, he is injured.
First responders rushing him on a stretcher into a medevac helicopter.
We have a 200-pound male patient, 40% burns on his back.
AirSign, the owner of the advertising blimp, tells ABC News they don't yet know what caused the crash, but say it happened shortly after the blimp refueled. And we're told the pilot's burns are not life-threatening. The NTSB is now investigating. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, Los Angeles.
The U.S. Golf Association sending out a statement about the crash, saying our thoughts and prayers are with the pilot at this time. Well, the jurors in the Bill Cosby case are still deadlocked tonight at 11 o'clock. This morning, jurors told the judge they couldn't reach a unanimous verdict on any of the charges, but the judge sent them back to the jury room to keep talking. And those talks still going on right now. Cosby is facing 3 counts of aggravated sexual assault stemming from a 2004 sexual encounter with Andrea Constant. We'll let you know what the jury comes back with again.
Turning now to a recall alert, some Fiat Chrysler owners need to have their minivans checked for a mechanical malfunction. The automaker recalling roughly 300,000 of its Dodge Grand Caravans. The recall is for 2011 and 2012 model years. Officials say wiring problems within the steering wheel can cause driver's side airbags to deploy by accident. More than a dozen incidents have already been reported, causing some minor injuries. Owners of affected vehicles will not have to pay for that repair work. Well, some hotels and motels in Nashville causing some problems in the city as crime increases in those areas as well.
City leaders are saying it's because they're renting rooms by the hour. A bill that would ban hourly rate hotels across Davidson County has been proposed. City Councilman Jeff Syracuse says these places have become a breeding ground for prostitution, illicit drugs, and even human trafficking. Davidson County Assistant District Attorney Tammy Mead says the bill, good start in pushing back against crime in those areas.
They'll buy the drugs there, they'll check into the hotel for an hour to use the drugs there, and by eradicating that type of establishment, it may allow the city to address the issues and clean those areas up a little bit.
Councilman Syracuse says he doesn't want to shut the hotels down, but just wants them to rent rooms only for 10 hours or more. Well, the third Thursday of every month is a little extra delicious in downtown Knoxville.
It's a great place to go. Local vendors and their food trucks are serving up dishes of all types and flavors. Kids and pets are welcome, and some people told us it was the perfect night to enjoy the outdoor event.
So far, I've only had the tacos and the fresh squeezed lemonade, but we're definitely going to go in for the donuts.
Now there was barbecue, donuts, tacos, and of course WATE 6 on Your Side's own director Cruz Cox was there with his chocolate-covered frozen bananas. Check out Bananagins if you get a chance. I missed it at his debut.
Well,
I heard they're fabulous.
They're excellent, and because they're bananas, they're healthy.
Yes, ignore
Right?
they're dipped in chocolate.
Well,
and Nutella and peanut butter and whatever else you want, but they're delicious. So check it out.
they're healthy.
Okay.
They're healthy. All right. Hey, take a look at this video here. This is taken by reporter Brett Martin by our sister station WKRN in Nashville. You'll see here, there it is, that flash of lightning there between the firefighter and the car. Well, this is in a flooded waterway, as you could tell. Oh, you could tell.
Oh.
Yeah, that shook them up a bit. Now, always remember, our team, storm team always says here, when thunder roars, stay indoors. Well, right there could have easily been, that could have been a bad situation for those guys.
Yeah, hopefully everyone there is okay tonight.
Yeah, so you got a situation, you've got, when thunder roars, go indoors, but then you're trying to save a life in flooding.
I know, what do you do?
You 6 of one, half a dozen the other, but luckily that gentleman was doing his job and he was okay. But yeah, lightning in the area, ooh, that's dangerous. Luckily they got that situation resolved okay, and now we get to enjoy, hopefully like they have, a sunset like this. Sunset at Fort Loudon. Lynn Eels sends that in. Appreciate the picture. We've had a lot of sunsets that have been beautiful with all the moisture in the atmosphere. So you can share those on our Storm Team, our Facebook page, and many of you have done that. And you can go back and look at some more pictures if you like. Send them in. Can't show them all on the air, but it's nice to see the photography skills of our viewers around East Tennessee. It's going to be dry overnight. Some areas of patchy fog will develop. The weather story does include areas of fog, especially southeast Kentucky, and humidity hangs around again tomorrow, although I don't think we'll see as widespread showers and thunderstorms. This is the dense fog advisory that's just been issued for southeast Kentucky. We could see visibility close to 0 parts of southeast Kentucky to start the day tomorrow. That doesn't mean we won't see fog here in the valley. We will see some areas of fog here as well. Just don't have an advisory for it quite yet. That may be issued later on if we see clearing. We do see the clouds thinning out right now. You can see the movement of those clouds, and as they thin out, light winds, high humidity, and saturated ground. That means we've got perfect conditions for fog to form. Our current sweatcast now, look at this, we're in the muggy category, and even some comfy greens showing up there. But you know, by tomorrow afternoon, again, we're going to push it back into the yellow and the orange colors. That means it's going to be humid again tomorrow, especially during the afternoon hours in the heat of the day. So drink lots of water, keep yourself hydrated. Temperatures across the region right now are not going to drop too far from where you see them right now, from Wartburg at 65 to Oneida at 67. Southeast Kentucky, we're at 70 in Middlesboro. Tazewell 69. How about the 72 in Sevierville? And you head up toward Greenville at 68 degrees at this hour as well. So out the door in the morning, it's Friday. That's the first good thing. Sunglasses a good idea. Umbrella a good idea. Even though not everybody will see rain, you may need it. How about the water? Take that, consume lots of water, and sunscreen a good idea, especially if you're going to be out in the sun a good part of the afternoon. Here we are with 6 timeline overnight through tomorrow morning. Some areas of patchy fog to start the day. There's a slight chance for a shower, but I think most areas will stay dry to start the day. We go toward the early afternoon, see some scattered showers and storms. Guess what? Mainly plateau and mountains. Could see a few of this in the valley, but more likely higher elevations. 7 o'clock tomorrow evening, and then that should go away, and we should be comfortable as we go into Saturday morning as well. Valley forecast temperatures very warm. 89 is our forecast high tomorrow, and we'll be about 82 as you go towards Jamestown, 81 Crossville. Most everybody's going to have about a 20 to 30% chance for showers and storms, especially more likely higher elevations. You know that story after this week. Cooler temperatures, the higher elevations of the Smokies, and how about this for the next 7 days? Only about a 20% chance, but 90 degrees on Saturday. 88 on Sunday, and then the rest of the forecast brings best chance for rain Sunday night into Monday, and some cooler temperatures with that on Monday possibly as well.
All right, Matt, thank you so much.
All right, Marshall, what's the deal with this Alabama taking one of Tennessee's commits?
I know. So, and he's a punter, too. We're seeing every single week we see these high school kids. They commit somewhere, then they decommit another place.
I didn't know you could really decommit.
I know. You can definitely do it. High school kids have made it legal. We're taking a look at our scholarships being, I guess, losing their value is the right term. We're having that coming up. Well, if you think you already see a lot of cyclists around Knoxville, some are saying get ready. Hundreds of riders will make their way to East Tennessee 1 week from Saturday. It's the USA Cycling Pro Road and Time Trial National Championships, the premier event in cycling, also expected to create somewhat of a cycling boom in Knoxville, as several riders have already started to call Knoxville home.
The course stays inside city limits, and as soon as you get out into the county, it's gold for cycling. It's small back roads, just because it's all expanded west of downtown. So as soon as you go south of downtown, there's really not much there, which is what road cyclists really look for, is ruralness, narrow roads, quiet roads. That's the big thing. So I think you'll see a pop-up of that, and I think you'll also see a lot of professional riders realize how cool the people are and how cool the downtown is.
Yeah, we're cool over here. That's what I say, too. The event wraps up on the 25th. You got the men's road race. That's going to take riders over 100 miles. A slim number of high school athletes will receive a college scholarship. Today's scholarships are not valued like they used to be. Athletes are starting to ask universities for more than just paying their way to a degree. I understand that side of the deal. These programs reel in millions of dollars that go to everyone except the players, who, if it weren't for them, well, there'd be no way to make money on the game. At the same time, those scholarships, they should still be a privilege to not only receive, but to give out. Take a look at this. University of Hawaii head coach Nick Rolovich offered a full scholarship today to an 11-year-old. Titan Lackadon just finished the 5th grade. My dream was to be a Major League Baseball player when I was his age. I was good, but more so, my imagination was very good. His is a reality because he's better at football than other 11-year-olds. If you ask me, that scholarship wasn't used to make a dream come true as much as it was to get attention. Now, there's also Skylar DeLong, the kid that has a name that just about forces him to be a punter, is having fun with his recruiting. He worked out for Tennessee June 1st. Butch Jones offered him. He committed, said, hey, I'm all in. 2 weeks later, he's already done with Rocky Top. DeLong, long gone, committing to Alabama today. He's not a 5-star quarterback. He's a punter, adding to the problem, if you ask me, of draining the value out of a scholarship. The Titans wrapping up minicamp today with a punt, pass, and kick competition. You had the coaches and players going head-to-head. The players getting the win, forcing the coaches to stay at the office while the players called it a day. That's how you get the win right there. Now it's a waiting game before training camp later this summer. How about the Tennessee Smokies? They're fighting for a postseason spot pretty early right now. A 4-1 win over Chattanooga tonight. Jason Vossler hitting his 11th home run. Now with the win, Tennessee just 3 wins away from clinching the first half title in that North Division of the Southern League. The bad news, they're also only a lone loss away from being eliminated. We're going to take a break. We'll be back after this.